Only my dad talks to me like
on the right!
This way, please!
On the right!
Here!
Robert on the right!
Thank you.
I'll answer the first 9 questions first. I don't know, I mean, I'm kind of simple, you know. I went to the Marvel headquarters and looked at all these posters of Spider-Man and X-Men. And down at the end of the hall, there's John, and we started talking about Iron Man. And I left her and I thought, you know what, I should really do one of these. And they didn't necessarily agree, but John and I started talking. I was in New York and he was in LA, and we started having these conversations, and we kind of really got to know each other. So anyway, there was a screen test, and I wound up doing fairly well at that. Terrence was actually, you were already on board, weren't you? They had already talked to Terrence about being in it, but I think for the 3 of us, I'll just talk briefly on behalf of the talent. It's like, you know, Gwyneth or Mr. Howard and myself, you know, we pour our hearts into these characters and roles, and then they come out 6 or 9 months later, and 18 people see them. And we kind of agreed that we'd like to do good movies that will also be able to have a wide audience and try to bring that sentiment to the movie like Iron Man. Seemed really fun, you know? Yeah. What do you think, Howard?
Yeah.
Very simple, specific storylines to cling to as we made the movie more complex with improvisation, comedy, and special effects.
Very good answer.
Did you read, anybody read comic books growing up?
No. Terrence?
I read a couple of comics.
That'll take a minute and then you'll die. This feeling on the set that we were all leading these very simple lives, and we're all making these sacrifices. It was a very, very, very disciplined time for John and I and Gwyneth and Terrence, and it was this very kind of, I don't know how to say it, but it was almost like this kind of like monastic mode we were in, where we were just working really diligently, we were staying late, talking about scenes afterwards. It didn't feel like that kind of clock punching big Hollywood machine yet. And it really was energizing us, because we realized that, you know, without tooting our own horns, we were kind of doing something a little bit differently. You know, we had all this machinery and all this this energy behind us to do this like huge project, and we were treating it, we were almost talking about it in whispers sometimes. We were really connecting with each other emotionally. It's just so funny too, because you think about a movie like this, and when I see these movies, I imagine we're going to be very two-dimensional, and that people are just kind of showing up and grabbing a paycheck, and we really were trying to, and John and I are very similar in the way we met, and kind of our hearts, we kind of really wanted to pour that sense of a spiritual transition and some of an awakening into Tony, and have the message of the film not have some subtlety in it, you know, and I hope that comes across. By the way, we were really nervous and coming to Europe and coming to Italy, because I've been here before. We were like, Robertino, that movie was so terrible. Why do you not do a movie that's good? Come on, you got time. What are you doing with these pigs? And so we were quite apprehensive, to tell you the truth. And I'm not saying I'm speaking for all of you, but we were getting some feedback last night that put us at ease a little bit to know that people weren't hating Iron Man.
But I also want to honor the part of me that's an artist, and I think that there is a balance to be found. I think that I, can work maybe once a year and do something interesting and fulfilling. So now when I read scripts, I'm looking for something where I'm going to be working with incredible people like this group. or where I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done, or where I feel that I'll be inspired, and so that the time that I'm away from my children is nourishing me in another way that I can, so that I can be a fuller person and bring that back home.
Yeah, well, son of a bitch! I'm sorry, I'm a little sensitive today. It's amazing how Marvel works because they've created this groundswell of interest in something that, what do you call it, John? It's like they're putting teasers of certain characters in other movies. Yeah, I think I'm in maybe for 5 seconds, right?
I wasn't there for it. So if you don't like his performance in the Hulk, don't blame me.
Like I need you to be good.
Let's see. I'm looking forward to seeing this scene in the Hulk.
Oh, now I see. All right.
As a matter of fact, then you'll see what my contribution to Iron Man was.
We're looking for an Italian director for Iron Man 2. So